Hi, I'm Joe with Instructionalfitness.com. Today I'm here with Nola. We're at Gold's Gym in the Mecca of bodybuilding in Venice Beach. Nola's gracious enough to show us an exercise that whether you're male or female, you're really going to get a lot out of it working your abdominals, and that is leg raises. There's several different variations you can do. You can do them on a bench, you can do it hanging, but I would suggest starting off, you always use the bench, okay? That way your arms are going to tire out and give out when your abs are still ready to keep going. So what you want to do is you want to take a bench where your legs are going to be able to hang towards the ground without touching. Okay, now this exercise, like any other ab exercise you do, you want to make sure as you start to do the movement, you blow all your air out. Reason for blowing your air out is if you have no air in your diaphragm, you're going to contract the abs a lot harder, get more out of the movement. Okay, with the leg raise, it works the lower abdominal. So you're mainly targeting the lower area. She's going to show you a few different variations you can do to actually hit the sides too, which is your serratus and your obliques. But the first one we're going to do is just going to be for the lower abs. And this is what I'd recommend to someone that's just been training, say, under a year. With this, you're going to have your knees bent, and you're going to be pulling your knees into your abdominal area, and then you go straight out with them extended. Okay, you notice she keeps her knees slightly bent when she comes out. She doesn't lock them completely out, okay? And with this, she's leaning back a little bit. As she pulls them in, she brings her shoulders slightly forward. Okay, by doing that, it's contracting the lower abs. Good, that's it. Okay, what you want to remember is when you do this, don't lock your legs out straight, okay? If you lock your legs out straight, it's going to take the stress off the abdominal area and let you relax. So keep your knees slightly bent. You start with your upper body lean back at the beginning of the movement. As you pull them forward, you lean slightly forward, blowing your air out. That's going to give you more contraction in the lower ab. There's one thing she didn't show you that you can do also, and that's we talked about working the serratus and the obliques, is you're going to just twist your legs a little bit to the side. And it's the same movement. You're going up and back, but you're alternating from one side to the other side with your legs turned. Good. So I'd recommend if you're going to do these, try both. Do a few sets to work the lower abdominals in the front, and also turn to the sides to target the obliques and the serratus. That way you get the most out of the exercise. Again, with any ab exercise, keep your reps up higher. 15, 25 is what you really want to aim for, squeezing each rep. With the abdominals, it's not so important about using weight and just getting the movement up, but really squeezing and contracting the abs with each repetition you do. Now, someone like Nola that's been training for a while and is in great shape, if she started off doing this, she wouldn't get a lot out of the first movement that we just did because she's been training so long, she needs to do something a little bit harder. With that, you can do leg raises, but to make it more difficult, she's going to have her legs almost extended completely straight. Knees are just going to be slightly bent, okay? She's going to raise her legs up this time instead of pulling in. So you can see it's the same movement with the upper body. She starts leaning back. As she pulls up, she comes slightly in. Okay, this is much harder. Targets the lower abdominal, and you can see she keeps her knees slightly bent, okay? By keeping it slightly bent, it takes all the pressure off the hip flexors, puts it into her lower ab. Good. So, again, if you're just starting off, don't try to be a superhero in the beginning. Give yourself some time to work up to it, or else you're going to be so sore you're not going to want to move the next day. Start off just bringing your legs in with your knees. Believe me, you're going to get a good workout from that. As you progress, you get a little more strength. Then try to add some with your legs almost slightly straight, a little bend into them, and you hit the target, the lower abdominals a lot more, okay? And that's leg raises from Instructionalfitness.com.